welcome to your yoga flow. My name's Elyse Leren. We're working with a lot of wrist stretches today, so having a block close by is going to be really helpful for you. But otherwise, we're going to start on our backs in a Shavasana pose. Have your block close by within reach, and then you choose what your Shavasana looks like. That can be legs forward and spread a bit wider. That can be feet together, knees wide. That can be feet wide, knees together. And then arms, same deal. You can have hands on your belly and heart, arms by your sides, arms overhead. And if you don't know what feels good for you today, maybe try a variation of all of them and see what feels most grounding for you. From here, just start to notice your breathing. Notice your inhales and your exhales and the moments in between the two. Allow your breath to bring you out of the day that you've had so far, the planning, the doing, and bring your mind to your breath, to this present moment of just lying here on your back, letting this be enough. We'll take 3 deep breaths together to get on the same rhythm. Wherever you are on your breath cycle, open your mouth and exhale your air out. Close down your mouth. Inhale into your belly, into your chest, into your throat. Pause at full. Open your mouth. Exhale. Let it go. Inhale into your low back, your middle back, your upper back. Hold your breath at full. Open your mouth. Exhale. Let it go. One more inhale. Make this the biggest breath you've taken so far today. Sip in more air at the top. Sip in more air at the top. Hold your breath at full. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Close down your mouth, start to breathe in and out through your nostrils. Send your breath through the back of your throat for Ujjayi Pranayama. Bend your knees if they aren't already. Step your feet hip-width distance apart. On an inhale, lift your hips off the ground and slide your block at any height underneath your low back. Make sure that your block is connecting to your tailbone region here. And then bring your arms straight up to high five the ceiling. I'm going to turn my hands towards you. Cross your left wrist in front of your right wrist. Wrap your left hand around your right pinky. Watch me if you're confused. And then just pull your pinky down towards your wrist. Spread through the other 4 fingers on your right hand. Take a breath in and a breath out. Release your pinky, move on to your ring finger. Pull it back, spread through the other 4 fingers, take a breath in and a breath out. Move on to your middle finger, spread through the other 4, breath in, breath out. Onto your index, breath in, breath out. And your thumb, pull it down, then in, spread through the other 4, breath in, breath out. Release your hands, shake it out. You're on your own for that left hand, cross right wrist in front of left. Grab your left pinky, pull it down, spread through the other 4 fingers. You have a breath in and a breath out on each finger that you move to. Make sure that you spread through the other 4 fingers the whole time that you are pulling back on just one. That's what's really going to give your wrist the deeper stretch here. You'll see your hands moving in this direction quite a bit today. This flexion of your wrists. There is absolutely no rush to get there. When you've completed through your thumb, shake out your wrists and lower your arms by your sides. And then just go back to focusing on your breath, maybe feeling the warmth in your wrists. From here, lift your hips off of the block. Slide the block out from underneath you and lower your sit bones to the ground. So good. Bring your knees in towards your belly. Start to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. Take a few rocks, gain some momentum, then cross at your ankles. Step your knees behind you, come into a tabletop all fours. Here, start to find some movement that feels good in your body. That can be hip sways, that can be cat-cows. Don't worry about it being a yoga pose or not. Just let it be a pose that feels good in your body today. Start to even out on side two if you did something one-sided. And we'll all meet back through center with a neutral spine and a flat back. Awesome. From here, turn your right fingertips out and then back towards your right knee. Align your wrists with each other. Spread wide from your thumbs to your pinkies. On an inhale, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Think cat-cows here. Exhale, press into both hands. Round and curl, tuck your chin to your chest. Good. Now come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your right leg into the air behind you. Square your hips. Exhale, knee to nose, curl in. Inhale, reach it back and extend. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, give it a tap. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat and then just pulse forward and back to lengthen through your hamstrings. We're almost off of that wrist. One more thing. From here, step your left foot to meet your right. I know it feels awkward and weird, but try to stay with it. Separate your feet a bit wider than hip width. Breath in. Exhale, lower both heels to the left. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Make a fist circle through your wrist. Nice job. Take one more breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Square your hips. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, reach your right leg into the air. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Circle through your ankle. Find some movement here that feels good and expansive in your body. Inhale, straighten back through your right leg, square your hips. Exhale, step forward to a lunge, and then lower your back knee. Inhale your arms to lift, Anjaneyasana. Start to pulse your hips forward and back. If it feels wobbly, just step your right foot further right. And then lift your hips up, interlace your hands overhead and flip your palms up. Stretch your wrist this way. Take a breath in through your rib cage. Exhale, straighten your front leg, reach your palms forward, lower your chest parallel to the ground. Two more. Inhale, bend your front knee, lift your arms up, lift your heart up. Exhale, straighten your front leg, shift your palms forward. One more time. Inhale, bend and lift. Exhale, straighten and fold. Release your hands down. Inhale, walk it forward, lift your back knee. Exhale, pop your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold. Bring hands to opposite elbows and gently just rock side to side here, creating more space between each vertebra. Release your arms through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, arms lift. Exhale, capture left wrist with right hand. Pull your left arm up and over. Really pull through the wrist to create space there. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, pull your right wrist up and over to the left. Again, pull on your wrist to create a bit more pressure. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your knees, lift your heart. Inhale, arms lift, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Pull your hands and feet towards one another. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward and slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, curl up, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Tuck under your toes, lift your knees, inhale, plank position. You can always go through tabletop. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal through your heels. Now we arrive in this pose for a bit longer. You can shake your head out. You can shift your hips, find some movement here that again allows for more expansion through your body. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, round forward to plank, one vertebra at a time. Exhale, bend your knees so they hover 1 inch off of the mat. Really engage through your core here. Press into the mat, take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knees to the ground. And we'll move on to side 2. This time, turn your left hand out and then back. Align your wrists with one another. Spread wide from your thumbs to your pinkies. One cat-cow. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, tuck chin to chest, press the ground away. Come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your left leg into the air behind you. Reach through your heel a lot. Exhale, knee to nose, curl in. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, give it a tap. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, step your foot back a bit wider than your outer hip, and then step your right foot to join it. You can have as much pressure down in your left wrist as you choose to here. So you can always lighten it up and spread through the right hand a bit more. Take a breath in. Exhale, both hips, heels lower to the right. Reach your left arm up, side plank. Make a fist circle through your wrist. Give that wrist some love. Inhale here. Exhale, plank pose. Plant your left hand, square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Square your upper back to the top of your mat. Circle through your ankle. Find some movement. Inhale, straighten back through your left leg. Square your hips. Exhale, step forward to a lunge. Lower your back knee. Inhale, arms lift, Anjaneyasana. And again, start to pulse forward and back. Reconnect with your breath here. Start to lift your hips back through center. Interlace opposite hand on top. Flip your palms up. Stretch through your wrist. Take a breath in. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Reach your palms forward. Inhale, bend your front knee. Lift your arms straight up. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Reach your palms forward. So good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release your hands. Bend your front knee. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, pop your right foot hip width distance from your left. Release your head and neck. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, arms lift. Again, exhale, left wrist up and over to the right. Inhale through center. Opposite grip, exhale, right arm to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, interlace your hands at your low back. Pull your wrists apart. Bend your knees, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, reach your fist up. Draw shoulders down your back. Bend your right knee more. Shift your fist to the right, draw your gaze to the left, and breathe. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bend your left knee. Fist to the left, draw your gaze to the right. Inhale, back through center. Halfway lift your chest. Exhale, release your fist, forward fold. Plant your hands, inhale, plank position. Exhale, shift your shoulders forward, come all the way down. Untuck your toes, inhale, curl up, cobra pose. Exhale, forehead down. Tuck under your toes, inhale, plank or tabletop position. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Lift up through your tailbone. Plug your arms into your shoulders. So good. Inhale, lift your right leg into the air. Square your hips. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, give it a tap. Inhale, reach it back, extend. Exhale, step forward to a lunge. Arms lift overhead, high crescent lunge on your inhale. Now bend your back knee just a bit to lengthen through your low back. Then you can straighten-ish your back leg by reaching up through your hip flexors. Inhale into your rib cage. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your back knee, lift your heart. Release your arms down by your sides. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, shift your weight forward into your right foot. Float your left leg into the air. Reach through your left heel a lot. You got it. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Lift your left knee, lift your arms overhead. Inhale. Press down through right foot more. Exhale, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, hands to your heart or to blocks, figure four. If you don't feel like balancing today too much, bring your hands to a wall or to your block and just focus more on getting into your outer hip. Press down through your right foot a bit more. Inhale, bring it back up, lifted mountain. Just passing through. Exhale, send everything back behind you. Lower your back foot. Inhale, 5-pointed star, cartwheel open. Turn your toes out, your heels in. Exhale, bend your knees, cactus your arms. Like a lat pull, draw your elbows a bit further down and make fists. Engage everything. 2 more. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, find your lat pull. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Turn right toes forward. Exhale, warrior 2. Left toes are pointing towards the outer left corner of your mat. Front knee over your front ankle. Open your knee out towards the pinky toe edge of your foot. Squeeze your feet towards one another. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reach up and back. Reverse your warrior. Option to grab your wrist with opposite hand and pull yourself a bit deeper into the pose. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, skandasana, back of your mat. Bend your left knee. Come as low as feels okay for your hips here. Lower your hands to the mat. Walk everything to frame your front leg. Extended side angle. Right arm inside your right leg. Left arm reaches over your ear. Dial your left pinky finger down. Spiral your rib cage open. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your left hand down. Both hands down. Inhale, plank position. Exhale, shift forward. Come halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look back at your feet. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet for a forward fold at the back of your mat. Now step your big toes to touch. Bend your knees deeply, lift your heels. Send your knees wide so you can plant your hands on the ground. From here, bend your elbows, point them back. Rock your knees to your triceps, look forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift everything back, lower your hips. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale, lift your hips, rock your weight forward. Exhale, lower your hips, lift your chest. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, plank position. Walk it forward. Shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, downward facing dog. Side 2. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Give it a tap. Inhale, reach your leg back. Exhale, step forward to a lunge. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Arms reach overhead. Feet are as wide as they need to be to feel a bit more stable here. Bend your back knee, lengthen your low back, then reach up from the front of your hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your back knee. Release your arms down by your low back. Interlace opposite hand on top. Straighten both legs. Send your fist down, breath in. Exhale, start to rip forward into your left foot and lift your right leg into the air. Reach forward through the crown of your head. So good. Inhale, slowly start to come upright. Bring your right knee with you. Release your fist, arms reach overhead. Take a breath in, press down through left foot more. Exhale, figure 4. Right ankle over left thigh. Hands can come to heart. Hands can come to block. But bend your left knee so your left leg feels like it's in chair pose. So good. Inhale, bring it back up. Lifted mountain, arms lift, right knee lifts. Exhale, send everything back behind you through an airplane to an airplane lunge. And then inhale, 5-pointed star, open up. Exhale, goddess pose. Again, draw your elbows down, make fists. Inhale, 5-pointed. Exhale, goddess. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, turn left toes forward, right toes towards the outer right edge of your mat. Warrior 2. Pull your feet towards one another. Reach out through fingertips, draw your gaze over your left hand. Flip your front palm, inhale, reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Option to reach up with your right hand to pull your wrist further back. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, skandasana, back of your mat, right knee bends. You can stay into more of a lateral lunge with hips higher if you'd like. Hands to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips through center. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm inside your left leg, right arm over your ear. Spiral your rib cage open. You choose where you look, whatever feels best for your neck. One more breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift your back heel, inhale, plank position. Exhale, shift shoulders forward, come halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. A little more, inhale, look back at your feet. Exhale, walk your hands to your feet, forward fold, back of your mat. From here, step your feet together, your knees wide, lower into a squat with your hips high. Walk your hands as far back as you need to. Start to rock your weight forward. Tap your knees to your triceps. Breath in, look forward. Exhale, rock your hips back. Now we're going to try for crow pose. Inhale, lift your hips, rock your weight forward. Lift a foot. Maybe put that one down, lift the other foot. Maybe lift both at the same time. Breathe wherever you are. You can also play around with trying to tap your head to a block here. When you're ready, inhale, plank position, walk it forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower your knees. All right, grab some water towel off. Hopefully we're feeling warm in the body. We will be working with the crow pose that we just did and all of the wrist stretches we did at the beginning of class to create a pose called backwards handed crow. You will not need a block, even if you are somebody who likes to have the block by your head, because instead of rocking forward, we'll keep the weight back in the fingertips. So feel free to watch this demo. I'll break it down piece by piece, and then you can pause it, maybe rewatch it, and do it on your own, okay? So we're gonna start in a squat like we did in our crow pose, knees wide, feet together. From here, just like beginning of class, I'll turn my fingers out and then back. However, I'm gonna do that on both hands now. From here, wrists are under your shoulders, spread wide from your thumbs to your pinkies. You'll bend your elbows back, so same action as when we bend our elbows back here for crow. We're gonna do the same action here. You're gonna lift your heels, lift your hips, tap your knees to your triceps and look forward. Then claw the mat to keep your weight back in your fingertips and see if you can lift a foot. Maybe you lift both. If you fall, that's what will happen. You'll end up in more of a frog jump than anything else. So I promise you that if you take it slow, nothing's gonna happen, but you might surprise yourself, okay? Try that out, let me know how it goes. When you're ready, we'll meet in a gorilla pose. So you'll come to stand in a standing forward fold, top of your space. Flip your palms up underneath your feet one at a time, and then massage out your wrists with your toes. We spend so much of our day typing and texting and driving and doing things with the wrists in one way that this can feel really challenging all the time. Release your hands one at a time. But if you just give yourself the moments to stretch them out, then that's a really good thing, a good place to start, I should say. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come all the way down to a seat. And then grab your block, come all the way down to your back. Just like how we started class, plant your feet, lift your hips, slide your block underneath your low back. High five the ceiling. However, this time flip your palms down so your fingertips point towards your knees. Grab your right hand, the full hand, your fingers with your left, and pull your fingers back towards your inner forearms. And then release, shake it out, and we'll go on to the other side. Flip your left palm down. Grab left hand with right, pull your fingertips back. Breathe. Start to deepen your breath to slow your heart rate here. Release, shake it out. Lift your hips, remove the block, and slowly lower your sit bones back down. Nice job. Bring your knees into your belly. Grab onto a shin with each hand, or grab your feet for happy baby. And just take the next few moments to move or find stillness, whatever feels good in your body for your hips. Come back through center, bring your knees together, T or cactus your arms, breath in. Exhale, lower both knees over to the right. You can bump your hips more to the left, maybe draw your gaze to the left. So often these things that are challenging in our yoga practice are easy to just look at and prejudge. Oh, I could never do that pose, or that's not available to me. But if you try, often these things can surprise you. It's not what it seems. It's not just balancing on the hands, but stacking the skeletal system. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bump your hips over to the right, lower both knees to the left, maybe gaze to the right. And so it's when we show up with curiosity and an ableness to just try these things, that's when we get to that next level of connection in our body to our breath. And really, at the end of the day, it's all about finding appreciation for your body. Inhale, come back through center. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a loving squeeze. Take a deep breath in. Again, here finding gratitude for your body, for your breath. Inhale. Exhale, final Shavasana. Take up space. Move all props and items out of reach. Let yourself hang heavy. Please stay here for as long as you'd like. This is where I leave you today. But I thank you so much for showing up on your mat. From my heart to yours, Namaste.